Hello, my name is Elias Munsha. Thank you for joining me live. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes to just share the link, share it with as many people as possible. And so we're going to have quite a few things to talk about today. Now, we've just gotten some news about a cabinet minister that has tested. Is he cabinet? Is he in cabinet? Are they part of cabinet? But a PF minister who was tested positive for COVID-19. But this is just a way to highlight the fact that COVID-19 still remains a big issue in Zambia. And so I want to focus on how we can help out, right? How each one of us as responsible citizens can help deal with this crisis, because it is still a crisis, and we shouldn't even think that no, it's a small thing. It's quite big. Okay, and so that is what it is. Welcome to the broadcast. Elias Musha is my name. I always try to settle down for a little bit in the next few minutes because sound usually is a problem when we are just starting. I think it has to do with the software. Usually sound is a problem, so I'm trying to see that it's all good and we are good to go. Okay, we have several things to talk about, and I hope that we are going to deal with all of them as much as possible. COVID-19. Okay, now maybe before we go to COVID-19 first, Bill number 10. So we understand that due to COVID, again, because COVID has infected a good number of MPs, and in fact, some have succumbed to the virus and have died. May their souls rest in peace. Very, very sad that we could lose brilliant people in that manner. So they have died, they've gone on to be with the Lord, and some of it has been because of COVID-19. Okay, very, very sad. And so Parliament had to adjourn sine die. And so the question that is being asked is, what is the status of Bill 10? If Parliament has adjourned, then what is going to happen to Bill 10? Of course, the PF ministers, because they have no shame, that's what it is. So they continue spreading this false information that somehow they are going to bring back Bill 10, and then they are going to take it through the parliamentary process. But the issue with Bill 10 is that PF does not have the numbers. Pantu nga bali kwetama numbers inonshita ngatatwa pusuka. They would have already passed it. So they can't pass it because they don't have the numbers. And they don't have the numbers because the people of Zambia have said no to Bill number 10. And so nombakula bepekesha mofye. And so COVID ile bapususha no bapususha, because by now the thing should have died by tomorrow, July 24. It was going to die a natural death. But anyway, because of this sine die adjournment, they still believe that they still have hope. But we all know that the only issue here is that the only issue at the moment is that they do not have the numbers. Because kale batampa okutuwanga, they started last year okutuletera sana empepo nechinchi that they have the numbers to pass Bill 10. But when it actually I think we broke off a little bit there. I'm glad we are back. But when it comes to the actual vote, they were always pushing it away. The reason why they are doing it is because they do not have the numbers. Okay? Because for them to pass it, they need at least 109, 110 MPs, okay, to take it to the second reading. They do not have 110 MPs. They do not have 111 MPs. In fact, even 109, they don't. So because they don't, they can't advance this bill to second reading. So number chashadi rafie, you know what? In making billboards, They've made wonderful billboards around the country. See, this is what happens when you fail to pass something in parliament. They have numbers in parliament. Let's comment outside. Stop commenting. If we now are going to concentrate on MPs, they don't have MPs. Now they've started splashing very beautiful billboards across the country. They want to convince the people of Zambia to back Bill 10. You see? Because they are liars. Both the young in the PF, the older ones in the PF won't say they are all liars. They are lying and so on. So they are lying to the teeth. That's why they are being caught in their lies. So that is what is happening as far as Bill 10 is concerned. I think it's time. I know celebrating is too early, but I think they don't have the numbers. They don't have the numbers to pass Bill 10, but they continue making noise. Meaning, ati mwaume, but mwampankwira zero. This is exactly what is happening with the Patriotic Front. When they enacted this bill, that's the drafty bill number 10, this bill is not making sense. No, we are going to take it to parliament. Parliament since last year. But they can't score, they can't work, I'm calling them. They have no power, they have no energy, they have no will, they have no ethics. They can't pass Bill 10 and they have no numbers. Amaka na ya poa. Ifyo tulanda amaka na mano no fyonse na fiva poa. So nombanga fya poa kwamba fyo kula panga sana echongo no kula yumfuate. Atemo bachiri. Kanshi tabali mo na poa. They are done. Okay? So that is what is happening with Bill 10. Andrew, what are you saying, sir? Let me try to read properly here. Munsha, please give us the standing orders which bars them from bringing the bill back to Parliament, given the argument by Jack Mwimbu, where he says they cannot bring back after the 2 sessions of Parliament. The contrary view is that the standing order on Bill 10 were amended. So which is which? Okay, yeah, no, they can't bring it to the next session, right? Yeah, they can't bring it to the next session. If this is an adjournment that has ended the session, it means it's done. They can't bring it. Yeah, because bills that die in the previous session, they can't be brought back in the next session, right? So the question is this a parliamentary session? Does anyone have an answer to that? When does the session end for Parliament? Okay, because a Parliament is divided in various sessions, I think, that are slightly yearly. That's why the president opens Parliament at a particular time, opens a particular session of Parliament, a particular session of Parliament. So I don't think they can bring back a bill that was defeated in the previous bill, or that died on the order paper. Okay, so I'm not optimistic. I don't think they have the critical problem with Bill 10. The critical problem with Bill 10 is that they don't have numbers. That is where the issue is. So it doesn't matter in which session it comes. Bill 10 does not have the numbers. That, unfortunately, is the issue. Bill 10 does not have the numbers. So no matter what they try to do, they don't have the numbers. Yeah. No matter what they try to say or to paint a picture here, there isn't just numbers, and so that is the major issue here. Ama numbers tabakwete. So nangu batwange bayumfwe okuitukumuna sana ati ninshimbi tapali. They don't have numbers. They don't have 110 MPs. Okay. Okupesha chula kumupankwira chibola chula. This is what they were doing, our PF. Last year, at Natukwataba numbers, and we have this bill. Parliament is open. They can't score. And the whole reason why is because they don't have numbers. Okay? Yeah. So, and the UPND has held very strongly. Yeah. So the UPND caucus remains very strong and united. And as a result of that, they cannot penetrate the UPND solidarity. And that is one of the things that we need to be very grateful for as far as the UPND is concerned. They have been extremely strong together. They have been extremely strong together. Yeah. Yeah, so that is where the issue is. So I think we should be done with Bill 10. The next thing is COVID-19. Of course, COVID has infected many of our people. Now, could you please tell me what you are doing to prevent COVID? Okay, what is it that you are doing in your own personal capacity? Because that's very important. Reports indicate that Honorable Bowman Lusambo, okay, has tested positive to COVID-19. Those are the reports that we are receiving, that Honorable Bowman Lusambo has tested positive to COVID-19. And so, of course, we're just waiting for confirmation. I hope the Honorable member himself, he will come in the open and tell the people of Zambia that he's contracted this very deadly virus, unfortunately. So what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? For me, one of the things is to wear the mask, okay? So we have to lead by example and wear masks. Very, very important. This is one of the ways we can prevent the spread of COVID-19. Mask up. Here in Calgary, there is a new bylaw that the city has just passed. Can you still hear me with a mask on? Can you still hear me? All right, yeah. So the city of Calgary has just passed a bylaw mandating that all public places people should wear a mask. Okay, and we understand that it's very helpful. So personally, that's what I'm doing. The other thing is regular hand washing. Where I can't wash my hands, I'm using hand sanitizer. Very important. Of course, these are small steps. Each one of us can do something to prevent the spread. The other thing we can do is to avoid unnecessary travels. You know, kuichindika, kuikala pansh, kuleko kuseya. In the context of the president, and we have been talking about this, kwebati bakateka vaikale ku State House. Vela seya okupitana, you know, because, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Shangombo begins recording COVID-19 cases and Luampa. And if the people of Shangombo begin experiencing COVID symptoms, nangu valwala COVID Luampa, na kusioma, na ku Shangombo, I will trace it directly to that visit that President Lungu made to those villages, you know. Okutwalira innocent villagers, abena mushavene, bali yikalira abena mushi, mwabatwalira amalwere. Ngafira fine narandile the other day. I'm not saying that balungu evalwere COVID, and na balwara amalwere, no. What I'm saying is the president travels with a lot of people, Bakampenga, going, and Namasoja. You know, he travels with all those people and he's taking them from Lusaka, which is the epicenter of the crisis, of the pandemic. So nombambule mukwenda emo valechita spread amalwere. So you can't even say that, no, because you are wearing no, because you are wearing a mask, therefore you are free ukuya mukuseya. No. Because you walk to wafu in a mask, but the people, the villagers you are talking to, when tabako ite kwa masks. Nangwama masks ngana mkwata ni ayago, you know, ayago fi. Ama masks ayago, atema masks yo. Fimbi. And as a result of that, you take the disease to the villagers. So we all can do something about this. Okay. It's a very serious virus. The other thing, so we can mask up, sanitize, hand sanitize, okuichindika instead of over traveling, we need to stop moving too much. Okay, we need to stop ukuseya and restrict ourselves. The other thing is, I am a political events. Ayo abantu balekwata, the political events that people are having. No, don't have them. Okay, that's why if it is confirmed Robert Balusambo has tested positive to COVID-19, we are going to draw it directly to his activities. Now imagine, he tests positive to COVID-19. How many innocent people did he come across? How many people has he infected? Freely mingling with people. This is pretty bad. Enala pusuka pantu alemoneka kwatita kwata ama pre-existing conditions boman. So limbyala pusuka mwaume aini nombo bwafye bwako bate mulianga watwalira amalwere ku bantu bambya bako nabakwata if you have pre-existing conditions, like if you are HIV positive, the more dangerous it is. If you have diabetes, the more dangerous it is. If you have hypertension, BP, the more dangerous it is. If you have a weak, a general weak system, the more dangerous it is. Okay, and so that is the concern that we have. Nomba bena instead yako batbai chindiga bali amukuilanga kulya kukitwe and spread the disease. Maybe that's when nabene ko bambwire. Okay. So the same guy who was trying to fight very hard so that Zambians do not contract it by Sangwa Mubwafia because of not following all these common sense guidelines. If we avoided crowds, okay? Now, we are not saying that close down Soweto market. That's not what is being said. Number, iwete tu atampa kokula pitana tiyo mkwai because Soweto market is open. Soweto market is open, therefore it gives you license ya kwamba fyo kupitana. No. No, it's okay. Soweto market can remain open. Number, all these other unnecessary activities, must avoid, like political rallies, avoid them. No, you know exactly kwebati umiyashi, mwewa. That teacher msendere ni COVID-19. Abe nama poor bearers, na bafola nama PPE equipments. Mwaya kwate chitiro. You can't understand this. How can a country that is under a very serious emergency na mwishi wokoba tumuneno ichamusenda ni COVID-19. Lelo mwakonka nyapo mwakwate chiro with hundreds and hundreds of people in attendance. Ama po bearers abe nena bafola protective equipment. Bambita bafola protective equipment. You see, there could be, it could be innocent that that funeral cannot spread COVID. No, but the way you fight COVID is by reducing risk, reducing all the avenues where the virus can pass through. Ama guidelines from the Ministry of Health itself, but even that if you don't muchefianieko, chachine fwebe na Zambia, alatuarite muokulosha, apa fuomuntu kwena, kulosha. Nomba, kuli this dangerous disease. Eicho kanshiba nena mukulosha kwesu, na tulose shekuisa kumayanda. Let us not endanger more people. Because iwe kutirimbi wakosa, wapusuka, ububulwele wapusuka, nga Vincent Mwale, na apusuka, na apola. Na badora silia na bobene, bali ipola. Amalwele balwele. Na bachitaluchirufya na bobene COVID-19, bali ipola. Nomba kuli abashire ipola. Barefwa nayo, irebe paya. What is needed is ngakuli guidance from the Ministry of Health. Imwebe neba Ministry of Health. Imwebe ne mwebu teko. You lead by example. So nomba echiri mwatekere ku chamu yashi mwewa. Omuntu wo abantu batemwa fibiri ali temenwa abantu n'abantu bali mutemenwe. Two things therefore mungu vuishe sana muntu wa temenwe abantu ero n'abantu bene bali mutemenwe. So when a person like that dies, a lot of his friends are going to be grief stricken. Epa ko banomba as leadership, as a government mwalando ko batawe bane natwishi batu muntu mwali mutemenwe kairi na yena ali mitemenwe. But under these circumstances, please ikaleni kumayanda twalayashika fye, because it's a COVID-19 death, and because it is a COVID-19 death, there is a higher risk that didabwine muli kuchiriro kuti chachita transmit to another person. Nomba bachitaro chirufi ateko bali kuchiriro. Ero nakamwaka lumendo kalemba na statement that bonse ba UPND abashaliko bali rufyanya. Webo, there is a state of emergency, a state of health emergency. The government is saying restrict my funerals. Imwe mwayamu kuchibondola. Honestly. You see? If COVID-19 continues increasing, sure there is very bad leadership coming. Very bad examples. Let's use that and use this. Epa liu wafi. That is the thing. So Natasha Mpela, why are they doing body viewing with a COVID diseased person? This is too risky. Natasha, it is a lot of risk, huge risk. Okay? COVID-19, it's a COVID-19 related death. How can you tetumulanda tiyom kwa pali plastic at pali plastic therefore no. Even if the risk is small, reduce it as much as possible. If you have the option of ukobat mwalosho muntu without body viewing, shirifye. Abantu nabo bali kosapo pali body viewing kwana kalimonishita balirire kano mwamonapo napo muntu afuira. I think Luambo no mulomo efirengo kobati we insist on body viewing. Alabwafya nga bakuyimita banoko abantu balalanda moneni chiri chirufu mobukulu. Wafya alwa bayisa mukumona akamwana. Balefu afye balandepo atakali akamwana kali fititi kapala fye wishi. Ngataka pala wishi atakapala neighbor. Umwana alekula bali chiri balelanda ubo mutali atuli mutali atilungu mutali ubo muipi atichuba muipi ifofwe. So people still talk nelio wafwa balefo okuisa mukumona bambite go afya it's peaceful atkuisa mukumono echitumbi no balefo yanga bamona bakeselanda po atkwena to aliya mu mwana ulya muntu ali pwa muchitumbi. So all these traditions, my traditions, we can do away with it. What we need is a strong leadership from the government. It's enough. Body viewing, it's okay. Body viewing, it's okay. Let people see. For what? To just satisfy our traditional curiosity. Nokulanda po. Ati mwaliba ifyo balele mumbokoshi. Kwati balele fye. Elonga taulele winu ati yangu. Mwalia ifyo. Ifyo wali ati kwena corona yali mupua. Ichipesha mano. Wafyo kwa corona because irepo abantu sana. Okay? So don't risk. I agree with you, Natasha Mopela. Don't risk. Okay? That is what is happening. Wendy Chanda Munkombwe. Are they telling us to follow health and the same people are doing the opposite of the same? That is the problem. Even Chitaluchilufya himself. But what do you expect from a guy that has stolen COVID-19 donations? Bena, where there is a health crisis, vamwena poatikali hilo. Kuiva. So Varelanda with a twisted tongue. Varelanda if but Varechite the opposite. Baya later ama supporters from Mansa. Chitaluchilufete wakulu wapula iyo. Ni MP waku Mansa. Lelo kumushikumu wote kulu wapula. Ngachinshita ile tolera. Katuishinga wakuisa. Wakuisa chitaluchilufe. Mube mbankonko. ngaireta olaba bembankongo bananko ati bamutwale ku court ena yatola bena luwapula aya leta bena luwapula for what? So that abambukishe COVID-19 bafwe. Chibi sana. Bwafye pakufuwa omuntu naife fwe bena luwapula twaliko sap omuntu tetaifuire fye iyo kanonishi pali omulire. This is what we were discussing with one of the members of parliament. These MPs are being poisoned. Where these MPs are being poisoned by who? Who is poisoning these MPs? And COVID-19, there is definitely a way to prevent it. Number, if a person dies of COVID-19, you ni COVID-19 ya muipaya. Let us not begin saying that they are being poisoned at no, it's not good. Ain. Kwena nangu ni wewo at niba UPND bale bachita poison ama MPs bale na COVID tapali UPND ule chita poison anyone. At mkwae, why should it be only PF MPs that have died from COVID-19? Anyway, I don't know. Niweleza. Okay, nganiwe wali UPND ero nombati wakwato wangati walalo wako some PF MPs bafwe. You're going to kill some PF MPs bafwe. Bako pero wanga. Which MPs are you going to kill? Aba kumushikulu wapula. Kumwansa bombwe. That is the problem with some thinking from some PF quarters. Infwa ira kalipa, infwa ira vipa. But this thing of accusing abanenu kwa teba ipaya ebadia is very bad. How can UPND bewitch and kill an MP from Luapula when they stand no chance, very little chance ya kuwina kumwansa bombwe? Ngachinshi benge paira. Ama PFMPs abali mama urban areas, uko tumfira tama urban areas, PF is going down. Tababepe, elo nomba baye mukulowa MP waku isakulya kulukasha, kukasama, na kumwansa bombwe, and you're saying that yo bwanga bwaba UPND. Kwena mulaba bepesha. Na mano tamuakwata. Nga kutumwa bepesha jani. Yo mkwae. Ni COVID ya ipeye. Bwafya bulipo. It's COVID, please. Let's stop all these suspicions and useless things. Enendi mwaushi. Elo ifako mwaushi. Efi abako. Umuntu taifuira fi. Ninshikuli ulire. Nimemwa ipaya. Nishimukashi wa ipaya. Ngate mukashi. Banankwe ba ipaya. Abanankwe panchito. Ni panchito ba ipaya. So nomba kanshi. Kanshi nga ni panchito abama MPs bafuirire. Nishi abenge bepaya ni bani. Ni mwebe neba PF nishi. Ni mwamu ipeye. Ni mwamu bepeye ati mwimini nepo pachipani. Mwira bepesha ba UPND. Mwamu no bwafya wako wata yama suspicions problem ituleterera. Bwafya wapo because ama suspicions haya, if you are thinking that you are just going to suspect UPND and it ends there, na ifwe nomba fweba yikalire independent observers, we are going to suspect you ati ni mwamu ipe pako wati mwimini ne pachipani. Epela. Which UPND is going to have any hopes of winning in Mwanza Wombwe? Niyo mkwae. Nishitafe naifika, chabi pana tuloshe fe mumutende, tuloshe ba mwewa, tuloshe ba munkonge, mumutende. And if it's COVID related, there is confirmation that mwewa, it's COVID, Barojas mwewa, it's COVID related. Chabi pa, chatu kalipa. Okay, na tuloshe mumutende. Ain, na tuloshe mumutende. Let's avoid all this. Narishwa luta mbilwesu. Luta mbilwesu. Efyo na bantu tabafuwa irogu piro uruwapula. Bantu muntu ngafuwa kuruwapula. Mokashi wa epa. Bwafya bwabapu. Imweta mwaijwa. Mukashi. Ati mukashi alefuwa ya mayanda. Mukashi alefuwa ya mayanda. Nendala majonza. Mukashi alefuwa. Mukashi wipe. n'ekimbo ky'amaliro babiika mu mulemu eno. It's not a helpful tradition. We want to get rid of such mentalities and traditions. Efyo nefyo tulandira mu kibemba pakuba we begin attacking some of those beliefs. And our country has done a lot in trying to fight against property grabbing. Efyo amawidows bale bakita property grabbing mulandu wakwe bati they were the first suspects. Family. Secondly, nomba tunani waipaya ati co-workers. Because bale mona ati Zulu wale saluta bwino baipaya. Pakuba tibena bakabachite promote. Bwafya bwalipo. But in a much more informed society, let us avoid pointing fingers. That's why Baliaba MP, these two MPs, they died because of poisoning. It's irresponsible. Kukana babuino. Nishalandati kutumpa yo. Tetinjebe MP, ukwebatali tumpa. Nishinshaba bwino. Nishinarufyanye. Lelo ungalando ukwebatuli MP ali tumpa. Initeti museke yo. Palwandi, I can't use those words to that particular MP who is suspecting poisoning of these MPs that died. I can't call her to be Ugutumpa. No. I shouldn't. Neshima people. As a Shima people, Sheba abantu atbari tumpa yo. But gachakutera kuliuleba ulya muntu atali tumpa. Teti museke. Teti muleshe. So kanshime muwe bale mona kona kanmo bale ba MP bali tumpa bafe balandire teti miseke yo lelo teti njite ulya MP atali tumpa alabwafya mwandeni ichikankala chako ati let us avoid all these suspicions. They are counterproductive. They are not helpful. Okay. Ni COVID. Ubwafya bulipo hapa ni COVID. So let us do what we can, everything we can do in our power to avoid it. Masking up, sanitizing, na menshifia enefyo kubomfia fyoku ukusamba bwino. The other day I was thinking that lutuku can work, but I understand that lutuku tayako at very high enough alcohol content to kill a virus. Nale munati lutuku number 1, iliyeita mpira poidia number 1 could be, I don't know. That's why all these remedies, if you are kunganda, we need to avoid all those remedies, because maybe lutuku, depending on how baikumba, if baikumba lutuku, I don't think kutia kwata enough alcohol content to kill a virus. Panse. No. So it's just this kind of alcohol content, and this one, and washing hands. Avoid lutuku because lutuku taba ipima. Bwafya bwa lutuku wako that taba ipima. So now alcohol content remote to ishibe, and as a result of that, so you can't use it. When I talk to Trump, Americans are dying every day. Shishibefe waletera mo Trump. Efe barira ndefe ko bati umuntu, amairere mason siyaka kole if you leranda fili irrelevant. Muchibemba ati mairere wamona. Wasanga abantu baleranda pesabi instead ya kulanda pesabi wambo okulanda pama clouds. Abantu baleranda pesabi. Join a conversation about Isabi. Don't begin talking about, no, this is Amakumbi. No, they are not talking about Amakumbi. The time to talk about Amakumbi is today they are talking about fish. Talk about litapi, fish. Nomba iwesi ya kakole. Nderanda, pafio, if we Zambia, we can help prevent the spread of COVID-19. Waleta mo Trump. Amuno wafi. Irrelevant things. Irrelevant things. Even COVID because instead of focusing, you're not focusing. What have we said? How do you prevent it? Masking up, washing hands, hand sanitizing, nokuchita avoid ama political rallies nga bakwita iwe balusambo ati go to this and that meeting. Don't go. Pantu natumfwa akalimbusha nakatuweba ukweba ati balusambo has tested positive to COVID-19. Okay? And because he has tested positive to COVID-19, you know what should happen? Bafwire bachefyanyako first bachite recover bachefyanyeko nama meetings ayaba kweta apa pakati apa, because those were breeding grounds for the spread of COVID-19. Once we avoid those meetings, it's going to be better. I hope mwaba helped basiyaga kole. If you want to talk about Trump, you will inelanda po pali Trump. Wira mpatikisho okulanda pa fintu efyo nemwe nenshire fwayo okulanda po. Inendevo okulanda about our COVID response in Zambia. Wandetela Trump. Why should you bring Trump? Inenshika la ku America. I'm not an American. Na American sha ishiva. But you are bringing Americans to me. Why? I'm much more concerned about Abena Mirenge, Abena Kabushi, Abena Chiwempala, Nabuchingola. Those are the people I'm concerned about. Nombayo at yom kwa indande pama Americans. Ama Americans, they have enough people to talk about America. Hey, Wafia. Sydney Gondo, I've just joined late. Please, what have you said about Bhutan being resurrected? No. What I've said about Bhutan is, of course, the PF are trying to say everything, right? Woofy, they don't have numbers. They don't have numbers to take it to second reading. So even if they resurrected it, it will not go anywhere. If they'll resurrect it and then it will die again. Because the only thing that can keep it alive is if 110 MPs vote to advance Bhutan to the second reading. Christian Musenga, Bowman should not recover. No, that's not good. Christian Musenga, no. Bowman should recover. Chivi, ukumwona ati umuntu echita recover. Why not? He's a father. Ero bafiere bampundu. Nomba imumule mugabasunga bampundu mwebo. Yo, again echita recover. Bonse bali echita recover. Ebusuma bulipo bwako bati. Honorable Kasololo Chisenga. Yengi, ama comments yengi, so limonda pitirira. Limonda pitirira. Lelo, I think there is a way where on my Facebook page, instead of liking you can give me stars. So when you give me stars, apparently I can see you more than others. Every Facebook it that you can give me stars, but it's like those stars you buy them from Facebook. So it's one of the ways of Facebook making money off you. Anyway, and then they say that once you do a star, then you give me some ways. Who wouldn't want? So you can go to the stars and give me some stars, basically, and pay me. Honorable Kasololo Chisenga, Mr. Munsha, what is your comment on Chitimukulu saying UPND plans to topple him from the throne? Yeah. Tuwafiro no kulanda mwe. Aliri ashtiaba Kanyanta Manga the second to aliranda po chirabushiko. Elo tukoma ila pofe chirabushiko. Kwa libo afya. If there is any paramount chief Mozambia historically that has been extremely useless, please pardon my language. The Chitimukulu ship ishuko tapava ishuko yo Katwish. I don't know where the problem is, but beginning from 1964 under Kaunda to the present, you always have weak people for Chitimukulu. Abo tuwa mwena atibantu vasosala Kanyanta Manga the second mkwai fimbi imfumu taituka bantu nifwe bukomo na ebenga shobe mfumu etugoba ati wenfumu taulemoneka bwino wenfumu uli mutali wenfumu uli mwipi wenfumu ifimye enfu wenfumu walina wenfumu walionda. It is us forever tuka enfumu commoners nombe enfumu taituka bantu iyo bantu enfumu yali kwataba aonda bayi nabatali abepi ababi abasuma. You see, that's the thing. Nomba we are getting confusing messages from Bakanyantamanga. Instead of uniting his people, no, he's dividing them. If you Sata, now some of you think Ukweba Sata had a problem only with this current Chitimukulu. No, Sata even had a problem with Mwango, the previous Chitimukulu. In fact, Sata insulted the previous Chitimukulu. And there was uproar, some people, no, Sata kutua tukashani infumu yaba bemba Chitimukulu. No, this Chitimukulu is useless. At no tawaka winepo kulubemba kui, Sata's main constituency was kwisa, kuba bemba. Abatukira Chitimukulu wabo, and in addition to that, no kumsupporta bamuvotera. And I think I would agree with Michael Sata, beginning from Uriawe no Ria Chitimukulu, Vatukire. No, you know, Akonka Ponankwe, same manners, same things. No, mbabu fumunshi ushi chindika. Imo mweba bembankongo, muleto eba tiyo mkwai chindike ni Chitimukulu weso. No, mba ubu fumu, buchindika bene. Ubufumu buchindika abene umwine emfumu afuiro kuichindika chimono bwafya buli mu parliament over the lies of winner bainonge winner yo bainonge winner temfumu yo vice president nomba babepa bakote babepa elo mwetu atiyo mwetu ale nomba ask for forgiveness from a liar at why at bantu bakote nomba abakotenga barebepa ifu tufuire mwati yo mkwai twala bachindika babakote obufumu buchindika bene mwetu kote muloke obufi ine pano I'm advancing so ninde ko obufi pantu nshirefwa yufi mailo akesela ndati yo mkwai munshaweka kote ulika kote ka obufi no nindeka obufumu buchindika omwine. All these reports, there is no credibility whatsoever in saying that by UPND want to dethrone Chitimukulu. They can't dethrone Chitimukulu. How can they dethrone Kanyantamanga II? Common sense. How can the UPND dethrone Imfumu Yababemba? How can they even do it? Mweba Bemba Nkonko. Mweba Landa Nankwe Kanyantamanga II. Umwine Lubemba. Mule landa konankwe. Umulomo wachila. Ngakutu wabashani imfumu ya mulomo. How can you even do that? We mfumu kairi. Niwebo lesango mumaliashi. Ayabula mano. Ninshuli mfumu ya msango jani. Accusing a political party that a political party wants to dethrone you. Nangu tapaso soa. Mweba bemba nkonko. Nangu tapaso soa. Nangu lu pato walibapata ba UPND kwena. Can you implicate them in such nonsense? Maybe Sata was right. Limbi abena ngandu bafiruo kuteka. Sata was right. Abena ngandu bafiruo kuteka. They are failures. Nga bafiruo kuteka abena ngandu abena ngoshe abakumpika. Nabapitirepo nabo bene bateke ko kanshi. Kanshi if they want to be dethroned, kanshi dimbi kule koko batabena ngandu bale kobu Chitimukulu bafirwa. Epera. Okuchiro kwamba fyokula sabaira we mwina ngandu we umwine luemba ule sabaira fi kwati kanya ala we mfumu kwati kanya okusabaira kwati kanya watukoyu imfumu taituka bantu ne fipuba fyobe kaingoli mfumu nombe imfumu ya mulomo iyo mkwai kandandireko ababemba nkonko imo mwebena ng'andu nga mwafiwa okuteeka olubemba twalireni abena ngoshe mukulu aine efe babeta nibani balya ngoshe mukulu balekere abena ngoshe mukulu nabo bateekeko tumone amano yabena ngoshe mukulu. That's what is in Guy Scott's book. Guy Scott alandira okwebati kyachine Michael Satali kweteko a certain resentment against abena ng'andu ali bakwatireko ka resentment abena ng'andu because he believed ukwebati lineage yabo yabena ngoshe mukulu they also must have ka opportunity na bena batekeko limbi kyachine. Okay kanshi imwe bakanyantamanga the second gamulemo nakwati ba UPN balefo kumifumyapo na ine naba join na ine I know nshapala kono kupala kubufumu wabena ng'andu lero naba joina okwebati mumwebena ng'andu mwafirwa olubemba mwaluchite disappoint olubemba. Kanshi baleke the Bembas baleke okulolesha to you na imwe mweba nibani abena ngwena abena ng'andu who are the ruling abene lubemba na mwebene lubemba ngamulefo okumufumyapo mwaliperwa ensambo kuti mwamufumyapo bashilubemba tini bashilubemba the committee that chooses chitimko uyu ngafumapo mukayesenda kumwe abena ngoshe mukulu nabo batekeko tumone limbi nga bateeka naifo bene fwe bako tali kulia kuluwapula limbi kuzitwa tampa kokulolesha kumfumu yababemba ati mfumu Yesu ifwe nikuli kazembe pantu kazembe nangu nalufyanya alalufyanya yako ifi yako batu yamoneka kwati yo ati pali umwa umyaba so nomba kanshi it's a general revolt against the Ng'andus because the Ng'andus have not produced an imfumu. They have not. Uyu kanyantamanga emfumu wachita produce. Kanyantamanga otuka na chirabushko. Aletuka people in his kingdom. Aletukira konaba iberere. Bajake kalala. Uko batuka. Imfumu yatuka bajake kalala. Balamba. Imfumu yabatuka. Imfumu yababemba. Where is the pride? Abantu baletoshanya nemfumu. Mwebo mwali umfu wako omuntu aletoshanya na litunga. Na voice yako alitunga mwali umfu wapo mwebo. Litunga tumfuira fe mwangwimwe atiyo bale mulandira ko kuli abana bena bale mulandira ko efe tumfu afye kuli litunga lubosi mwiko the second. Tumfuira fye mwiliashi mwalimu wapo muntu alechita a private citizen alela kana litunga and yet kulieko abanempika kubalozi kwa benkondo ichipesha mano you need wisdom to rule Barotseland efyo kanshi mfumu tabayiperera na voice bali ipoka abalozi bebere wemfumu iwe wiralanda wakulalandira kuisa kulingambela prime minister obe eukabali voice yobe nomba kubabemba nkonko bwafya. I think it's the failure of abena ng'andu katwishinga chitipo chachitika kule nangu ichisomo ichisomo kubena ng'andu uko au mwandi Godfrey Simuinga Chitalu, I know you are entitled to speak any language on your wall, but with more than 100,000 followers, why not use more of English? Having been at Mpezeni Park, how do other tribes look at your stance on tribal issues? You can interspace Bemba, but not making it the main communication tool. My feelings as a Lungu by tribe. Aye. Tamulevoye chibemba ino. Ndelanda kufimbi. I used to speak very, very good Chewa. When I started my school at Mpezeni Park Primary School in Chipata. But then went to the Copper Belt and I lost it all. I'm learning other languages. So naimwe mwe balungu bachitalu nainewe ine kanshi munsambirisheko echilungu ndelanda nombe chilungu balanda chani awe naimwe mule umfwa you want to be political because when I was speaking English Nomba, ever since I started speaking Bemba, at least I can communicate with a good number of our people. What is going on? So munjerereko mweba shumfwe chibemba na papata munjerereko munsambirishe chitundu chenu ngati mwanipunzisa chitundu chano naine nizacikamba mushemushe muzamvera bwino chinyanja nizasambirira kukamba chinyanja nizapunzira kukamba chinyanja. I used to speak very deep Chewa as a child in Chipata, but I lost it. So ganjwa chitalu munjerereko because I lost it Chewa. Fred Piri, who is this man? Ninemunsha we. Fred Piri, who is this man? Are you asking me? Ninemunsha, munsha wa munsha. Okay, we are done with that. We have very few minutes. Police. Now, speaking Chewa Mwaiche, yeah, but you know the Nyanja we used to speak in Chipata, 1984-85, deep Chewa, chachine cha kumalawi, you know, kachamba, and all those things. That's what we used to say, kachamba. But I lost it. You know, that's the problem. Losing language, it's very sad. I would have been deep in Chewa. Number the problem is my father got transferred from Chipata, guess to where? Konkola, as a teacher. You know, forever enenga tuari kerefe kuchipata inonshita panga ndera ndavechi chewa cheka. No kumfogwino ba chitalu kana mumfogwino muchichewa. Anyway, Kapokola. Now, of course, this is a very sensitive matter. Kuli Kapokola umo, who actually resigned on social media. And he brought visibility to a lot of issues. I think Kuli Kapokola kutaba munandi. Nomba, fulwa iyo, pafyo na alalanda. Empata. Pantuimbo mweba nandiri mumula mpata. Mfuafie ndela ndavye finefyo mulefu waya. Lelonga na kwata koka different mindset mwampata. Muleke. I'm not paid by anyone. Ndaibombe afene yakapalika company na kwa atakuno. So I'm independent. Bambimo, you don't believe that I'm independent. You think that somebody else had been bought. No one can buy me. Ndabomba fyo kuino. Nomba kulika pokola. It's true, and he brought a lot of issues that are a problem in the Zambia Police Service. I support him. Nomba baka pokola. Again, vachitalu munjerereko. I like speaking in Bemba Pokovati nde firondoro la kuino. Baka pokola. Iyo mkwai. You can't resign on social media. You are a sworn public officer. You are sworn, first of all, to your commander-in-chief, but you've also sworn to the constitution of our country. There are very few officers in Zambia that have the privilege of being sworn. Very few officers in Zambia. It's true, we know that politicians are mistreating you, Bakapokola, not Wishiba. A politician, which is pretty bad. But you are the police service of all the people. They're still in the system. We're discouraged. I know how difficult it is. Stay in. Okay? Follow our procedures. We salute you. Mulachita sacrifice. Limo ifo for civilians. Tatumona no kumonefyo muchita. but mulachitefikulu vapara. You preserve the president, you protect him, you do a lot of things. We are aware of the difficulties that you are facing. Chokanshama alternative political parties like NDC, UPND, but if we prioritize your welfare, the PF has failed you. Number resigning through social media is not going to be helpful. Weka pokola yom kwai. If you have to resign chachine, write a resignation letter through the chain of command and resign through that way. Gawamona te chachine waditwala kale karata through the chain of command kutuwaisa pa social media wachita announce. Nomba yo wamunandi, I'm not saying yo fideta bachita yo. Hala. Weka pokola kairi. Weule tuchitako protective for my civilians. Anyway, instead of shan watch resign pa social media. But it's a very powerful message. It's a protest. And so because it's a protest, maybe it's justifiable. But kwa washira kwa ministers, pantoma ministers ni wake renka minister kuti achitafe resign pa social media, it's okay. Nomba weka pokola yo. Chokanshi mwebonse waka pokola. We support you. We love you. Because very few people would want to say waka pokola, we love you. Mlandu wako bate, mlandu mulaba puma abantu ichipeshamana. Nomba waka pokola, we love you. You are good people. Whatever kuchita resign, just follow through the channel. But if you can stay on and hang on to protect your country, please do that. Yeah. Floyd Chilufya wamunsha okulandira mu bedroom kwenu, come back kunoba mdala, not if you mlanda ku Canada online wela mukamba wande fight from here. Floyd Chilufya walosha mwe. People are fighting from everywhere. Na Zambia kuineko bali data fighting and you follow them. So I'm just part of the puzzle. I'm not the puzzle. There are several other voices that are speaking. Nomba iwo lefu ati ni Ralanda. Atinke sefe mkulandanga na ifika ku Zambia. Awo we mwaume. Zambia is now bigger than Zambia. Kanchita wa ishiba. Zambia is bigger than Zambia. Konse ni ku Zambia. Na kunoku ine Zambia moiri. Nomba iwo lefu ati yo ni Ralanda. Atinke sefe mkulandanga na iza ku Zambia. Yo mkwa eko bali abali elanda ku Zambia. Na oku mfomula bomfwa. Bambita mubomfwa. So na inewe ine I'm part and parcel. So leave me alone. Ndelanda. So if you want to go bedroom or whatever it is, katuishine fe mwaletera mo ili ya bedroom. Yeah. Alavo afya. So kuliko is there any message mwachira for mberenge because waka solo. Bishe ninja sukamba message yonse. Abraham Chishara Kasonde ati mulabapuma abantu ichipeshamano. Kwena Mwandin, but we need to support Wakapokola. Mwandin Wakapokola, I support you. No kuchita resign on social media muleke. Just resign through the normal channels, but please stay strategically. Because ngamuafumamo, then who is you're going to leave this police service to cadres. Beka. So anyone else? Chombe. You used to speak very good Tumboga. Naine. Oh, no, me it was Chewa, not Tumboga. Dr. Jonas Chanda was on radio today, 5FM, saying that at least LAS now have professional leadership. Did we have unprofessional leaders in the past? I just need to make it very clear. We are watching closely. Okay, we are watching this situation very closely, and we are going to comment on LAS at an appropriate time. In the meantime, we are watching closely. Ngakwa small deviation, we'll let you know. But optimism by Jonas Chanda, they'll be disappointed. They'll be disappointed. But we are watching this very closely. Apo lungu tulamwevera po anga balaz president nabo bene nga batambo kutontonkanyanga lungu ife tuweba lungu efe na bene twakula beba apo kateka omwine tulamushoba nokumutuka tulamutuka nokumu no fyonse tulamweba lungu apa walufyanya lungu uli mutali lungu jani byonse tulalandapo. What about last president? So batekanye sana ba Jonas Chanda. We are still watching the situation very closely. If it warrants our intervention, we are going to intervene. If it warrants our intervention. And so, but last president, batekanye nokutekanya. Bepupumina yo. Nga bapupumina. Bafirufyanya. Tukalanda nawo. Bala new last council batekanye sana batekanye bwino. One, babelenge what LAS is all about. At one point I wrote to that we need to change the Law Association of Zambia Act. I proposed that we need to remove our political objectives from LAS. That is what I wrote. I was wrong. During Linda Kasonde's tenure, I was wrong. Kashina Linda Kasonde wino afuire anjererako. Wafia. So afuire anjererako. But the reason why I thought that our democracy had matured, that I was wrong. Our democracy had not matured to where we remove the political objectives from LAS. LAS must continue its political objectives. I read a statement where they are saying that LAS is supposed to be neutral. No, the Law Association of Zambia is not a neutral political player. According to the LAS Act, cap number 30, is it 30 or 31? Cap number 31 of the laws of Zambia, LAS is not a neutral political player. If Yakobat LAS is neutral politically, is wrong. Gachakutira kulia balefu a neutral LAS, iyo mkwa mukatampe company yenu yo inate LAS neutral. As far as the LAS that is under the laws of Zambia, it is not neutral. It's already got objectives, and one of those objectives is to hold power accountable. That is what it is. So if everyone's ever about neutrality, there is no neutrality as far as the Law Association of Zambia is concerned, unless you amend the Law Association of Zambia Act. All right? So we are going to talk about it again, but we are aware of how the PF is quite optimistic about the Abiut Chonga State Council. You begin looking at things in a neutral way or in a way that favors the PF. They will be disappointed. If Abiut Chonga, PF, we are going to be on him without fear and without favor. Okay? Yeah. Sydney Gondwe, you have really hit nails today, loving every second of this cast. Please continue. Today has also been hilarious. You're very funny. Very funny. Hey, Monday. Very funny. Council, you can even fight from your bedroom for a better Zambia. What? Solomon Kabize Jombe. I think I need to stop this broadcast. And I need to fight from my bedroom for a better Zambia. Eh? Jombe. What? Fighting. Mwande. At what is happening in the bedroom? At we are fighting for a better Zambia. Yeah. One Zambia, one nation. From the bedroom to everywhere else. How Mwande. Kutina bantu ba misunderstand. Invana munshabale umvako. Wala how na imwe. Don't bring in the bedroom issues. It's private. We are not fighting for anything in the bedroom. We are sleeping. Natulala. Bedroom kwakulala. Sleeping. Minimal things in the bedroom. Pakwatu walala bwino. Noti ku bedroom weko abafyonze ku bedroom weko musungira sementi weko musungira amataba weko musungira oboa weko musungira nesabi fyonse in one bedroom kuti walala shana. Now, even if you're fighting for a better Zambia, how can you fight for a better Zambia in a bedroom here? But it's a storage area. How Mondin imwa kuti mwalenga to traditional counselors alangizi abapeni because mulelo nemwina I'm talking about COVID mwamba okulaleta bedroom muleta bedroom kwakulala bedroom. I was responding to that person who was just I know ndeseka coffee ndekusekesha coffee kainge it's a hilarious broadcast. Because all of you are going to switch and go to better entertainers. Why is it that you are listening to those entertainers? It's because we are boring. Boring. Kula fumwena fiance in books and dissertations. So not anymore. Anyway. We get you about the bedroom. What he meant was I need to be in Zambia, in my country, and advocate from there. What I'm telling him is, wow, bedroom is everywhere now. Nakonoko in any bedroom. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Send some likes and send some stars. Let me see how this star thing works. If you are getting our broadcast from the verified Elias Munsha page, make sure that you like the page if you haven't liked it. If you've already liked the page, do not click again, because if you've liked it, then you click it, then you are unliking it. So like it, and then send the page to others as well so that they also can like the page. Very important. Okay? Very, very important. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are right now about 416. Now, that's just not fair. Why should we have 400 subscribers? We need 4,000 subscribers. Okay? So spread the word around. Let people like our YouTube channel. Okay? Just go Google Elias Munsha in YouTube. Elias Munsha YouTube channel. You can find it. Click subscribe. Yeah, there are several Elias Munshas actually in Zambia. So you can tell the difference. If we have our own picture, I have my own picture on it. I know there's another Elias Munsha na yena alikwatira picture. Tete mutulufiani eyo. Kawayatsa click pali yena ninshi hawo olefwaya. Pantu ukupisana twalipsana. I think yena aliwamapo pantu mwaiche. You know, bayufi kumoneka bwino. So if I got that yeah, okay. Mega chips, Kanshi, you are not in Zambia. Hey, whatever Angie say. Only they invite Angie say. Aye. All right. Okay. I think Chapo. Maureen Yota Mayenge. Mwaseka sana. Nifinji fia misekesha wa Maureen. Ni ndoya misekesha. Iliashi. Iliashi ya mataba. Imagine. Ko bedroom full of mataba. Na cement. Nesavi. Storage area. kuti walala shani nangu utulo kwena ma kula kwata fe ma daydreams kula kwata fe kula lota fe fimbi what do you call those scary dreams? Nightmares. Mulandu wako bati ku bedroom instead yako bati it's kulepita omwera bedroom takulepita omwera iyo no air circulation. Beans is there. Chiremba rice konze ko mwatulike fintu bakupita tuwaya mukusendama mukulala kupita mufintu amala ta shanjan fyonze fe kupitana iyo mkwai kusende fyonze vivya shara mwa vivika pumulu wa mutenge poko wati muliko space. Christian Musenga, answer you which question? Because sometimes some questions are repeat very fast, Christian. And I need to go. Mamana. Because tuombe ko tudishe kwa abana. Kano, unless you're giving me stars apa. But if you're not giving me stars, number abana. So I need to get going. What was the question, Christian? Flora, can we watch this again? Yes, it's 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour, 11 minutes. Yeah. Yes, it will be available soon. So, put my Dennis Sikazwe, response on WhatsApp. I'll respond to you. Mary Mula bedroom kwa isura. No kuisura kwa wama. Kwa ba fiance. Everything. Yo, mbane. Christabel Palada. Kupantamo. Togo ya mugulala muntu wajalale pantamo. Iwe, Nangfeka bobo kwete. Nakulile kukaboba kuchwe. Kumaikulile kuchwe mpala. Kukwata kaboba. Gatwa mukulala kulala wa mukuivunguta. Because the more this space. Nomba kulufyanya kulya kukula kona kambi akabobo emu mlebike fintu fya kubika nomba ifo twale sankanya fyonse building materials na bedi ne fyonse na mattress. I don't think na rekweta na bed punch pa yakanshi bwafya sana awe bane tureki. Christian, what was your question? I want to answer you before I sign off. No, Christian, I want to answer what you said. What did you say? So what's your take on butane? Oh, was that a question? My take on butane? They don't have numbers. PF has no numbers. Okay? They don't have numbers. So because they don't have numbers, they can't pass it. That's where the issue is. So if that they'll bring it back, they don't have numbers. That's the thing. And what's my take on butane? It's very bad. It's like it has some progressive clauses. Number all those progressive clauses, it's the same as poison. Tea. Wakupela tea, muli tea, yapo na okupo. Muli tea. Eromba babika mo poison ati nwa. Would you take it? At yom kwai, just take it. But muliko some progressive. There is some progressive tea in this poison, so alenwa. Yo, that no, even if there is some progressive tea, even if there is some tea, na shugemoid, but because there is poison, that's exactly what the issue with butane is. So it has already been rejected. The issue is it's already been rejected. Christian Musenga Mulera and Limbi, Kutumwa Pera Gwensambwati, I'm the only one. No, but stay in the neck. Okay, thank you very much. God bless. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Elias Munsha verified Facebook page, and send me some messages. If I don't respond, I don't have a social media manager yet. Once we get a manager, maybe we'll be responding quicker. To respond back, I have a lot of messages, but I'll be responding to you as I go. So tekufulwa iyo ati yo mkwai munja wa munja naye kutumira message nano mbata wabwesha iyo mkwai mulenjererako nkabwesha nkabwesha. Okay, thank you very much. God bless, and God bless our country. 1 hour, 15 minutes. That's a lot of talking. Okay. Thank you. Bye.